I grew up hearing police stories. My dad was from Detroit Police Department, did 7 years on the job. My grandpa did 32 years on the job. So I was always caught up in the excitement of law enforcement, the youngest of four. When I got out of high school, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a police officer. So that's when I started through Mott Community College being an intern. And as I was an intern, just right out of high school, not even seeing anything that the world has, believing that I wanted to go just law enforcement, something interesting happened. As an intern, I got a call off Center Road, right across from Meyer. I was riding with a great deputy who's a retired officer now. His name is Paul Wallace, and it went out as a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I'd never seen anything like it, fresh out of high school, 10:34 at night. On the way there, I walked into a scene that I never anticipated would have such a great impact on me. It was tragic. The smells, the sounds, the screams. The individual shot himself in the head and his wife was there. It was horrific. And I did not respond well at all. I've had no medical training. They didn't teach this in high school. There's no way you can prepare yourself. I was taken aback as a young kid that didn't know what to do. And that's what made me do something a little bit different that I'm super proud of. Instead of taking the law enforcement route right then, I said, if I'm gonna be an officer, if I'm gonna go out there and do my job, I better learn how to deal with it. So I signed up at Hurley Hospital to be an EMT, an emergency medical technician. I figured they're gonna teach you how to respond to scenes like this, even if I'm in law enforcement. And then something happened. I actually went there with my dad. He decided to take the course with me, and together we went through the course. I graduated in EMT, and that fire continued to burn because I was really good at it. And somebody encouraged me, his name is Sandy Dunlop, a retired sergeant. He said, you know what, you should look at being a medic. And I've already had experience with Genesee County Sheriff medics because of my sister, and I knew what they could do. I knew that they were both police officers and paramedics. Started to turn a little bit more in my stomach, thinking maybe I could do this. Maybe I can make something happen. But when I entered McLaren as a paramedic student and a year later graduated as a paramedic, I found a niche. I found that I'm really good at being a paramedic and I'm really good at being a police officer. And the combination of two at the Genesee County Sheriff Paramedic Division was top notch. There's 83 counties in the state, and we're the only county that has echo units, which are police paramedics driving patrol cars responding to highly sensitive, highly complex medicals and traumas. And that's how I started my career as a paramedic. I started teaching CPR. I became more involved in the trauma care. My expertise was cardiology. I loved it. I loved treating little kids. I loved treating complex cases. Every medic loves traumas. And I became really, really, really comfortable with it. Coming back from a shooting scene at 18, not having a clue, I knew that as a medic, I could walk into somebody's worst day and I could handle the scene. I always wanted that when I walk in. I think every medic and every EMT and anybody in public service should feel that they are the best at the moment. That's why I tell people when I was treating them that you got nothing to worry about, unless I look worried. Then you might have to worry. I always told people, listen, I got the best care for you. I'm gonna work my hardest because you wanna give that comfort to your patients. I became really, really comfortable with it and I loved it. That's why to this day, I'm a licensed paramedic. Ready for this? 27 years later, I'm still a licensed paramedic. And I still love it because I know what it can do. I know that everybody is not gonna get locked up. Everybody's not gonna be arrested, but everybody will get sick. And a large amount of people will have trauma. That's why the paramedic division at the sheriff's office is the best. We're funded by the millage, your money, my money, in order to have 28 of the best trained EMS professionals in the Midwest. Our medic division still operates as 1978 till now, looking to help people in all situations, working hand in hand with the private EMS. I know that our medic division, even with 28, can get better and better, and we can expand. We can expand by recruiting more medics to add numbers. So it's not just 28, it's 30, 32, 38, putting more medics on the street, which also means more police officers. The Genesee County Sheriff Medic Division is an incredible one. It has such a goodwill, and many of you watching probably even use the Sheriff Paramedic Program. Maybe they even saved your life, or they gave it their best shot. I'm just gonna tell you, I'll never not support what I came up with, and that is through the Medic Division. I look at what the Sheriff's command staff is now, and a large majority are those that are former paramedics, because medics think different. People that are outside and thinking critically in people's bedrooms and in people's family rooms and on the side of the ditches and in crushed cars, you gotta be quick on your feet. And so I would just encourage you that if you ever see anybody on the side that's sitting there waiting for a call that's an EMS, that you show them love, because you never know when your next 911 call is gonna be for them. So I just wanna say to all the paramedics out there, for the sheriff paramedics, it's been an honor, and I'm gonna continue supporting it, and I hope that those watching will do the same.